upside the world here. I don't know if you guys want it, but you guys getting it, and it's about that time. These stories might be cut a little bit short, but don't you guys worry, because I'm talking to you about one of my, okay, not my first crush. We're gonna do the other crushes at another time, because I don't know, there might have been two others before. I'm talking high school who was like the origin of crushes for me. You know, a crush on a girl. In case you ain't fucking get that by now, you must be young. I mean, it's time for a cigarette. Either way, in high school, my very first crush, this girl was called Natalie Valdivia. I think she was Italian. She had that long black hair. She was a little bit short, but she had these fucking thick ass thighs. I'm talking like nowadays I love thick women. But back then, before I knew this whole world of thick women, she had the thickest thighs I ever seen. The first day I seen her in short shorts was like spring 2005. God almighty. It was one of the best days of my life just looking at that shit. Either way, freshman year, I had such a huge crush on this girl. You know, I was a freshman and she was a senior. Already, I got a disadvantage. And then, freshman year in spring, I joined track, right? And guess what? This girl has a boyfriend. And her boyfriend's in track. And he kind of looks like me, but with a little bit of darker hair and glasses. Like, you could look at this guy, you could tell he's a fucking geek at first look. So I'm like, is this guy, like, the origin of me getting with a hot girl? And he's with her and I'm not? And what the fuck? I was so pissed. I mean, I even learned a new fucking, like, you know, in track, they make you do those stretches. This stretch when you put your leg, like, can you see right here? You put your leg back behind your butt. You put your foot behind your butt and your calf is touching your thigh. That's actually a stretch. You hold it for 15 seconds. And I learned that shit from him. But the thing is, he's the guy who's going out with a girl that I had a crush on. And I seen them kissing and everything. And, man, I wish I could have got with her. She had to be Italian and a mix of something else. A mix of something else. Somebody close the fucking gate so somebody's around here trying to listen to me. Either way, yeah, that's right. I wanted to kill myself because because I couldn't get with her or whatever. I was too shy. Next year came around, I got over her, and then there was this other girl, Amy. God, I think it was Amy in sophomore year. She was so cute. God, she was Spanish. Well, Natalie might have been Spanish, but either way, Amy was not as thick, but a little bit cuter, if that makes sense. And this girl, okay, I told this story before, but I must have been a junior or a senior. I can't remember. She picked me to be on her volleyball team. Either way, if you guys heard it before, if you haven't heard it before, watch a goddamn video that I told it before. Well, it's not specified, whatever. So you gotta watch all my videos to get it. Next crush, we'll go with Sinead. This was a girl that I was in a play with. You know, I was in two plays. Non-profit organization type plays, you know. Over there in Saddle River, New Jersey. That's like 40 minutes away from us in Hackensack. And basically, I started off coming there in the High School Musical play with my Under Armour shirt. It's like one of those shirts that shows your muscles. Not like a shirt like this. I mean like it looked like shiny and stuff, and it would show off my abs. Cause back then I was Diesel, and there was one time I saw her. She was looking in the mirror, and she didn't know I was looking, and she went like, she licked her tongue. You know what that means when a girl goes like, that means she want to fuck you. So after the first play we were in, she was going out with another guy, so I had to wait until they broke up. I knew they were gonna break up. I mean, you're in a play together, of course you're gonna break up. I mean, it's like a Zac Efron, Vanessa Hudgens type thing in High School Musical. They went out because they were in a fucking movie together. They broke up. Big deal. And they broke up. We were in another play together where I played Kaneki in Grease. If you haven't seen Grease, watch it. John Travolta, it's good. It was so funny because they were so desperate. They had one of the girls that was in the play, one of her, well, her father was the guy that played the main actor, which made it look really weird because I was like 18 or 17 at the time, and I was playing Kaneki, and then you got like a 40-year-old guy playing the main actor. I mean, that was fucked. That's the girl I told you in another, I was gonna say movie, but another video that I went to her Sweet 16 drunk as fuck, and as soon as she came in, I passed out drunk, and I had to get carried out and everything and all that. I gave her one of my CDs on the way out, and I apologized, all that shit. After her, junior year, I don't remember much of that, but senior year came along next. Well, I wouldn't really call this a crush. I went out with this girl, Alana. She was a captain of the bowling team. She was really thick and she was cute. She was known for fucking. And I went out with her for like maybe 2 or 3 months. I can't remember exactly. And she didn't like that I didn't grab her boobies too much. Well, it was my first girlfriend, so either way, she broke up with me. She actually, at least she had the fucking audacity to fucking talk to my friend on AIM and be like, "Is he in love with me?" Because if I'm gonna break up with him, I want to make sure he's not in love with me. So does that mean if I was in love with her, she would have stayed with me, or either way? Next crush. I had a lot in high school, but the next one was from Facebook. She was not really a crush. It was like one of those Facebook things like, do you like me? You click yes. And then we started talking from there. And I went to New York to meet her. And she fucked around. And whatever. She's gone. Next one. I was on Nutmeg. You could get high off Nutmeg. I wouldn't advise doing it because you get high for a week straight if you take even 2 spoonfuls of nutmeg. So don't do that shit. Because I'm serious. Shit'll fuck you up so badly. I mean, don't even try it. Even if you're a pothead, don't try it. Because I'm a pothead with a goddamn tolerance. So that shit still fucks me up. Trust me, I tried a couple of years ago. Don't do it. There was a girl. She was a black girl. I kind of liked her from my art class. I even wrote a movie about me and her. And, well, based on that, whatever, it wasn't the same exact statistics. And I asked her out, and I thought she was somebody else. That's how high I was off this goddamn nutmeg. And I was talking to her till like 3 in the morning. Next day, I realized, wait, what the fuck's going on? This girl's fucking all on me. Wait, I asked you out? We're going out? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, we kissed a couple times. And then I ended up, a lot of my friends, well, one of her cousins was like, oh, you only trying to go out with her to fuck her. And then all my friends are like, oh, she got a missing tooth or something. And I was like, she's thick as fuck though. And she's sexy and she looked good. But they're like, no. And so my friends and her cousin were the reason I broke up with her. And I was still high on nutmeg by the time. Because, that shit lasts for a week. And we went out for about a week. And I was like, I want to break up because I kind of asked you out and I thought you were somebody else. I can't imagine how bad she felt. I made a song for her so she doesn't feel so bad. And I basically broke up with her in the back of my friend's car. It wasn't in one week to fucking prom. And I was on the fucking. If you guys don't go to high school yet, you understand they have news reports. Like, they have kids doing news reports about the high school in the morning for your little, before you go to first class. And I was on almost all of those. I was representing the gold medal track. Oh, we just won track the last meet. We just won the last track meet. They would interview me and all this. And, there was one time before the prom that they put me on because I won a gold medal. I helped win one of the state sectionals, and they were like, "What do you want to say?" and all this. And I was talking some shit. I forgot what I was saying, but at the end of it, I was like, "By the way, I'm also single, and I need a date for prom. So if anybody wants to holler at me, holler at me." It was lucky that I got that in, that it was recorded. One of my best friends was recording at the time, so he got away with it. And, nothing. I guess some girls are too shy or something. But either way, we're gonna put this shit to a pause while you listen to some music, watching another video of mine. And we're gonna be right back with you. Let me know in the comments if you want me to shave. Oh god, it's getting itchy. This shit's like so fucking long. I can braid up my fucking hair. Where were we at? The last girl, Mariah. I didn't mention her yet. We had a friend that was kind of retarded, right? Well, he was so retarded they wouldn't accept him in the goddamn military. So, I told him, I'm gonna go on your fucking AIM. Back then we used AIM to, I don't know what you probably use Twitter to comment each other or talk to each other real quick. We used AIM back then. And I was like, I'll, give me your AIM password or whatever. And I'm gonna talk to some girls on your AIM. They're gonna think it's you and they're gonna go out with you. Long story short, that didn't work out. I flirted with some people on his AIM, and Mariah, she was really into him, and she lived like 2 blocks away from me, and I kind of fucking, I kind of fucked him over, because I ended up, this happened within a day. I was flirting with her, and I was like, okay, yeah, really, I'm this, she's like, you don't sound like him, because I met him. And I was like, well, I'm just trying to help out a friend, but if you want to get with me, that's cool too. And this was like the first time I tried losing my virginity. Yeah, the first time I had sex, in case you didn't know. Let me close this door. I tried to fuck her, but my dick wouldn't go inside of her pussy, I guess because she was a virgin, and, you gotta loosen up their pussies before fucking them, and, she literally thought my dick was too big to put inside of her pussy. So that's why I didn't lose my virginity to her, but somebody else later. Well, the other girl was a lot thicker, and she had sex before, so it was a lot easier, so. This other girl I went out with for a month, and I kind of wanted out. I was like, dude, I want to break up with her so badly. I don't know how. And one time, she was babysitting, and she called me, and she put, like, the baby on the phone that she was babysitting. Well, the kid or whatever, like 2 to 5 years old. I don't know. And I hung up on her, And she's like, you hang up on that again, then I'm gonna break up with you. And I was like, shit, you doing the goddamn job for me. Put that bitch on the phone, I'm gonna hang up. She put the little girl on the phone, I hung up, and she was like, we're over. I was like, thank God. I know it was really fucked up. I tried to apologize to her like a couple years later, and she didn't say shit back. So I was like, okay, fuck it. I guess I'm free. And then, next crush. Well, I can't really call it a crush. I mean, sophomore year. 2006. We're going a couple years back to Gigi. You guys won't know Gigi. God. She was like a grade ahead of me. And she was one of those people that was like a volunteer, and she told us about the gym classes, how they're going to run and all that. Sophomore year in 2006. I was in the same art class with her in 2006 too. And I was like, dude, she was one of the people teaching me, and she's Spanish, and she's cute, and she's thick. And I mean, when me and my friends were walking home, or walking to his house anyway, and back in Hackensack by the apartments on Essex Street, my friend would jump on my backpack and he'd be like, come on, man, you gotta take me back to my house. This is practice for you carrying Gigi. That's how thick she was. I mean, she looked good. She was a goddamn dream girl. Dude, this is one of the girls that... Oh my God. She had that blonde hair. You could tell it's dyed because she's Spanish, but she had that body that was unfucking imaginable. I mean, if you guys want to see her, you better comment and I'll try to get some pictures or something, but they ain't gonna be good looking like the ones I fucking seen. Shit. I mean, she still look good nowadays, but she just ain't that thick. And, well, she's still kind of thick nowadays. She's still really thick nowadays, actually. God damn. And then, well, let's go skip to the goddamn fucking college years. College, God. There was this girl, Noor. My friend Jermaine knew her. I met her the first time watching a play because I was taking Theater 101, and if you watch his play, if you show proof that you have a ticket, you get extra credit on your assignment? Whatever. And Noor sat in the middle of us, which was really weird. Okay. Later that night, it was a Sunday, Jermaine was talking to her on AIM. And, you know, I'm just trying to flirt because after I saw this girl in person, I was like, there's no way this girl would get with me. And, I was like, yo, Jermaine, tell her this, tell her this, tell her that. And I had a lot of boxers, like, you know, the boxers where your dick could come out very easily. And I was like, tell her I got these Christmas boxers and all you gotta do is open the gift and you get a big surprise. You know, like big dick, something like that. And I would tell her like maybe 3 of these fucking jokes because I had 5 of the boxers and I wasn't drinking at the time either. I was actually sober and I was just telling him to say that to the girl. And then she's like, you know what? I want to talk to your friend. And I was like, what? She wants to talk to me? And Jermaine was like, yeah, she want to talk to you, bro. You know, he was living with me back at the time. We going to Bergen Community College together. And I let him stay upstairs for free. Because we had extra room and all that. And basically, I started flirting with her. And I told him, listen, the way I'm flirting with this girl is going real good. So you're not going to be mad when I fuck her, right? And he's like, yeah, okay. I don't care if you fuck her. And that. Either way, within like a week, she came by in the morning and we were watching TV in my room. And then all of a sudden, we were grinding and bumping. And then she's like, go get it. And I was like, go get what? You want me to get the remote, change the channel? And this was happened like 3 times. And I was like, oh, you mean the condom. And then we started fucking. We were doing this for about 3 hours straight. Because, from track, I had a lot of stamina built up. Because I did the long distance running. So I was able to last a long time in bed. And around 2 hours and 30 minutes into it, Jermaine comes down. I guess he fucking looks outside the window. He sees her car is outside in the front. And he's like, wait a minute, what the fuck? And he starts banging on the door. We had a dresser in front of the door. He's banging on it. And he's like, what the fuck, man? That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I was like, what are you talking about, dude? Because, I was losing my virginity. I didn't want him to know I lost my virginity. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? I'm trying to get some. And he's just like, that's fucked up, man. You shouldn't have done that, man. He's the one who told me it's okay if I fuck her. And that's what I was doing while he was banging on the door. Like, come on, I'm gonna let you live in my house and you're gonna fucking bang on a door when I'm losing my goddamn virginity? Dude. Like, I was friends with him since 2004? Yeah, 2004. That's when we met each other in the goddamn retard class. Like, this was like a retard class. I mean, like, not an official class. Ran back upstairs to his goddamn bed, and he's probably crying his goddamn eyes out, and I still fucking busted my nut. I must have busted my nut like 3 times because we were going for 3 hours, and I must have busted before that because I jerked off before that, and that was Noor, by the way, and she was going out with another guy. She'd been going out with for 4 years, and she broke up with him the same week that I was flirting with her, that I just told you about, and we became like friends with benefits after that. Well, I did kind of tell her I fucked 7 girls, and she was upset because of that, and she fucked me after I told her the truth. I haven't fucked anybody, and she would still go out with her boyfriend, fuck me on the side like a goddamn gold digger, even though I wasn't rich. There was one time even I was fucking her inside her room in her bed, and her boyfriend came knocking on the window like a goddamn window licker, and I had to hide under the bed because he was about to come in. That's another story for another time. That shit had too much fucking detail in it. But either way, after her, I eventually got tired of her. I'm like, okay, you're not gonna leave your boyfriend for me. I'm just a fucking boy toy for you. I started seeing this girl, Tanya, the Spanish girl. I met her the same night I met the Skinny Snorlax. You remember him, the guy making fucking videos of me doing who knows what. He's not even posting that shit on YouTube. Like, what's wrong with him? That shit would have got 1,000 hits over a night if he fucking... He's stupid anyway. I met Tanya. I started getting feelings for her. She used me like a goddamn rig truck. If that makes sense. She used me like goddamn whore using a dick. I mean, fuck, man, that bitch. Like 2 years she had me driving her everywhere. Of course she took me to parties and she led me on, but once I went to Ecuador, that shit was so fucked. That's another story, but this shit's getting too long, and this is a long story for this, so I don't want this YouTube to fuck up my uploads. Bye.